welcome to another episode of Get Lifting. Today we have special guest Nicole Thompson.
My name is Nicole and I go by Coach Nick, and I've been a coach and trainer for about 20 years. I started at UC Santa Barbara and then came to San Jose State and started with bodybuilding, worked in commercial gyms the entire time until COVID. And through that time I started my powerlifting career and kind of left the state, ran away and crash course learned everything I could about the powerlifting side. Started the team here and became a PE teacher. That's the short version.
And have you ever participated in any powerlifting meets?
Yes, I did my first one in Missouri, and then my last one was here in San Jose.
Tell us a little bit more about bodybuilding.
I started bodybuilding in 2003. When I was in undergrad at Santa Barbara, I had a minor advisor who was a sport aerobic champion. So I went to sport aerobics. So I really wanted to do fitness, but with fitness you need a lot of choreography, you need costumes. So it was so much more than, and practice of course, so much more than just dieting and training. And so I went to what was new at the time, which was figure. And I started there and I've had breakups with it. I quit a few times, but I always come back and do it. I started MPC, and then a few years ago I switched to IMBA, natural bodybuilding, and got my pro card there. So that's kind of where I stayed as far as that's concerned.
Your favorite powerlifting meet you ever been to?
The favorite meet? That's really a hard one because they're all so different. I definitely like the workout meets, obviously the best because we know everyone there. It's like our home ground, so you see the lifters and you see them in the gym, but now you get to see them put all the work into practice on the platform, and just the way they're run, it's just a good feel.
Nice. And also, what made you bring back the SJSU Powerlifting Club?
I tried to join it when I realized that there was a club, and I've always wanted to be part of a team. And I kept emailing and Instagram messaging and Facebook messaging, and no one got back to me. So then one of my co-student teachers, she gave me the information of Winston at Club Sports because she started the rugby team up. So I messaged him, and he tried to relay information, and we finally found that it was gone and dead, like the people had graduated. So because I already was a ref and a club coach, and because I had the connections and knew all the people in USA Powerlifting, I figured, if it needed to be restarted, that I had the support to do it.
The last question, as we heard you say you're into bodybuilding and powerlifting, personally, what's your favorite?
And I know they might kill me for this, but it is powerlifting, hands down. I mean, it comes naturally. When you go to a meet, it doesn't matter if someone's even in your same class, like you all cheer for each other. Mm-hmm. My client that competed for the first time this weekend, she goes on the platform, she doesn't know any of these people, and everyone's cheering for her. And it is just such an amazing experience. And with bodybuilding, it's really easy to fall out of it if you're not competing. It is an aesthetic sport. It's like, oh, that person's in off season. Like, you get chunky in the off season, you're building, you're soft. Or if you're not there, I've always felt a little bit out of place if I'm not in competition prep. Whereas powerlifting, it doesn't matter if you're in prep. It doesn't matter if you're competing. You can still referee, you can still volunteer. You can be at all the meets, and you're still just as, I want to say, valuable, just as part of the sport as if you were competing that day.
Oh, nice. Okay. What would you recommend to those that are wanting to start lifting?
Go to a meet. I'm a big fan of Facebook groups. I've learned a lot through them. So I joined a lot of powerlifting Facebook groups, and that's how I met some of the people that helped get me into powerlifting. I met up with them, and I have one that actually is a PE teacher. So when I went into teaching, I was able to have resources for both things. But I would ask her the questions of, which organization is which, and what you recommend. And so I really find a lot of the Facebook groups helpful to meet people and kind of just watch and see how meets go and how people do their training. And then I went to the USAPL athlete camp. So for me, just being around people who they do all that and they have more experience, and you have the coaches that have all the experience and the knowledge, that network that I started with was huge. I mean, it really catapulted everything I've done since then.
Next up, we're gonna have Coach and I show a squat demo.
All right, so we have Ali coming under the bar. So you want to line your hands up evenly across the bar. Get a nice firm stance right under that bar. Put it on their traps, upper back. If you're doing high bar squat, you stand up, straight back out of the rack. Nice and secure. You're going to lock out those knees before you get the squat command. Then you squat down, top of the thigh below top crease of the knee. Beautiful depth right there. And then you're going to lock it in all the way and rack it.